Good morning, and I hope you've been well, and this is part 92 of the Pokemon Rejuvenation V13.5 Let's Play, set mode, no items, so yeah. So I know this may look really weird that we're starting with this whole thing again. The reason for that is I did get a comment, and again, thank you for letting me know about this. I guess I was wrong but right, because I brought it up before that I remember that with this scene there's a different text with whatchamacallit, with what Madam X says. I thought they might have changed it, but I guess I mistaken when it happens, and it happens after the battle, so thank you for correcting me. I kind of thought it was at the end, but I just didn't quite remember, so I just assumed that it wasn't that. But yeah, what we're gonna do pretty simply is go through this again so I can read that dialogue and just see the differences between the two pretty much, and then go from there. So if you kind of want to skip up a little bit, that's fine. I could pause and edit this out, but nah, we'll just speed run it. It's all good. It won't take too much time to get up there. Now, I do also want to say real quick, I have gotten some comments in the past, and I got another one recently, that someone was asking for an avian mon run of the game, only using avian Pokemon and avian forms. If people know how to go about that, I'd appreciate your input on that. Now, I'm not doing a complete new Let's Play of this game again, no. Well, when the game is fully 100% done, I can see myself doing that, but I'm not going to do this and then replay it again. As a Let's Play, I would probably do a thing that I would just upload the videos of the important battles and make a playlist of that with the mono. Well, it's not really a mono run, but you get the point. Avium only Pokemon. I guess the main question that I have is since I don't really use mods and sandbox mode and stuff like that with Rejuvenation, I don't even know how I would even go about that legitimately, since you don't really get a avian Pokemon for a little while. So I feel the only way you can really do that is with mods, and again, I don't really want to download mods, honestly. I really don't. But I also am a fan of a challenge run, and I'm not, against doing stuff like that, but I don't know. I guess if I can get some input on that, I'd appreciate it, because I know I've been asked that quite a few times in the past, so yeah. Again, I'm not against doing it, it's just I don't really know if there's a way to go about it without using a mod to I don't know, start off with an avian form or whatever. Or unless I can do a thing I can use regular Pokemon that have avian forms. But then again, I feel I don't know if there's many at the beginning that I could do that with. And I'd have to look at a list of all the avian forms. We'll see. But if I can get some input on that, I would very much appreciate it. Alright, we'll go through that. Madam X gets all mad. We're back. And then I'll just save here. Actually, I should not have saved. That's okay, I'll just go back to an autosave. Okay. I don't really have to do this battle again, I'll just pause and beat it real quick. Alright, sorry for the pause there. Got through that. Let me read through this real quick. Okay, so that all happens. Right. But what's interesting is you don't get the one scene though, right? What was that? I didn't control that. The resurgence of your power. It is a symptom of your awakening. Okay, yeah, so that's a different text there. Okay, so we're here now. The resurgence of your power, it is a symptom of your awakening. The burst in power escaped, and you did what Melanie tried to do to you. My awakening. An unfortunate outcome for you and I. But what's done is done. See, here's the thing that, like, it's really, like, an interesting thing because, like, an unfortunate thing for you and I. There's no going back. Melanie is finished. We can return to your home. She was trying to escape through this door. I bet. My bet is that the time diamond is somewhere through here. I agree. Let's not waste any time. What about this world? This world? It's finished. Perhaps the people down below will storm the castle and find refuge. But with the SS Paradise destroyed, I don't think there's much hope left. But that's the best outcome for this world, surely. And it is the result of Elan, the Interceptor, not doing their job. See, that's like an interesting thing. So I'll do like a big like spoiler thing in a moment. I want to read everything one by one. Interceptor, we can walk and talk. Come. Guess it's time to go. Thank you for your help, Mimikyu. Okay, yeah, I do want to get into some spoilers real quick. If you want to listen, cool. If not, cool. So, yeah. So it's honestly like a really interesting thing. Something that I brought up in the last episode, going at the very start, with Madam X being more so like it's a symptom of your awakening. It's unfortunate for you and I. That quote right there is one of the most interesting things ever. It just I go back to what I said before on the last episode, at least I think I did. I think that Madam X more so doesn't want to like absorb or like bring in Malia, like how Melanie wanted to take over Malia, and what happened here was the opposite. Malia, took in Melanie pretty much. I think Madam X more so was like, I know that light is dormant within her. I don't want it, coming out. I don't want it, you know, like coming back to life pretty much within her. But unfortunately, it had to. It had to happen. It had to. And she didn't want it to happen because I think what she probably would have done is taken her down into the third layer. That is my belief. I might be wrong, but I'm going to go back to the third layer. I think it's possible that she, again, like, and it also like fits. Like, think about it for a second. She has Malia somehow at a young age. She gives her to the professor. She's too young to do what Madam X needs her to do. Now, some may be wondering, why? Why does the age matter? Well, I think a few reasons. One, she's just way too weak to, control that light. It would probably insta-kill her if she tried to, like, bring it on out. Two, probably at a young age, she couldn't do it regardless. Something had to trigger the event to make it happen, and this so happened to be that. And then three, if the third layer idea is right, then there's probably a decent chance that Madam X was like, yeah, if I do this, she's way too young, she's going to die in the pod. Now, to be fair, what contradicts that is I think it's already said that, well, no, it doesn't in a sense, because, like, look at it in this way. Back then, that light never happened. It never came out of her, pretty much. So let's say this event never happened. Madam X, like, captured her, took the light out. Without it, being a part of Malia, Malia probably could have survived. But now that the light is awakened, that light is keeping her alive, but also killing her at the same time because of the whole Genesis syndrome issue. And now Madam X is like, great. We couldn't really stop this. We couldn't really help it. It sucks. I didn't really want this to happen. But what's done is done. You're not going to like it. I'm not going to like it. But it doesn't stop our goals. One of us is still going to win. But this is a setback. This is not a good thing for either of us. And she knows that for some reason. And I think with what I said there, maybe like a very, very valid reason. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I really don't know. But I go back to that thinking that that might be what it is. At least something like that. But then you get into the whole thing with the Interceptor. That's a really interesting thing that like she brought up there. Like the Interceptor failed to do his job, her job, whoever you are playing, you know, the pro tag here pretty much. You, I, whoever it is, you know. We failed. We didn't do it right. We were meant to do nothing and save this world. And to bring it back to life. To bring it towards light. Paragon route. Not allow it to be a doom world. But we chose not to. Now, it's an interesting thing because, like, when Madam X is like, yeah, you failed. You suck, man. I know she didn't word it like that, but I'm just being goofy about it. But again, it's an interesting thing because, like, one minute, like, you think she wants to do Storm 9 and cause all this stuff, which to some level I think she does, but doesn't. Here's an interesting belief. An idea. What if, for an example, let's go back to the mirror region. Let's pick on that for a second. Let's go with the idea of Madam X being like, hey, I don't like Avium. Avium's not our home. Mira is. Same thing with what Katsu told Eren with that one story that we didn't really get to hear about. That there's a region that we originally immigrated from. Well, the people of Mira immigrated into Avium. But Mira was like the original home to many people that are here now. Well, more so like their ancestors and whatnot. It could be a thing that Madam X is like, this isn't our home. This is something Varaya did. I want to go back to Mira. My father, Lord Zenodin, yada yada yada. With this light, I needed to restore not Avium, but I needed to restore Mira for some reason. Maybe she wants to doom this because, again, it's a game. It's something that's been created by Varaya. It is real. Like, you have real thoughts and, like, things do happen, right? But it's all predetermined. It's not like you have free will. Well, the Interceptor lives outside of Fate's Passage, right? But everybody else, it has been stated, every person's decision, their choices, their words, their actions are all predetermined. So, it could be a thing that she's like, yeah, I want to doom this, bring this, you know, down, stop this corrupt system, but I want to go back to Mira. That is what I need that light for. Not for here. This isn't home. This is Varaya's playground. Maybe, maybe not. And I know I'm probably wrong. I probably am. But I try to go back and forth with the idea of like Madam X's goals, and I don't know. I don't know, and I want to know. And one day we will. And I'm probably going to be absolutely wrong with every theory that I've, you know, thrown up and slapped on and yada yada yada. But it's just fun and interesting just trying to like connect the dots. I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know. We'll leave it at that for now. Alright, before we go to the other thing, I just want to see if the text is different here. What did Melanie try to do to me? I know you told me to stay out of contact, but Melanie tried to undergo a process known as overlapping. Overlapping? I'm pretty sure this is probably the same as the other one. I'll still read it quickly just in case. Suppose for any reason there were two of you, one from the present and one from a different time. The laws of this world demand that only one instance of a person can exist at a given time. After a certain amount of time, if the issue is not resolved, the law will take matters into its own hand and remove one at random. However, this can be circumvented by either party if the two instances were to make contact with each other. If this were to occur, the two would enter a mental struggle over dominance. The victor of this battle would remain, and the other would be lost to existence. So the two of the same person cannot exist in one time. If Melanie was trying to do that to me, then that would mean she is your counterpart of this realm. But she did not try to overlap to save her existence. There are other ways to keep safe from this. She wanted that golden light, that power that awakened within you earlier. Oh, what she would have done with that power? Who can say? How does she know I had that power to begin with? Not even I knew. At least to this extent, I always knew there was something weird with me. It would seem that would remain a mystery to everyone, including myself. Now that's honestly like a really interesting thing, because like Madam X knows many different things, but that's one of the few things that she doesn't understand. But that's weird though, because it's like you go to like, you know, Black Steeple Castle. When Malia appeared, she's like, I felt this connection. I knew you weren't dead. Wouldn't that kind of mean Melanie being a counterpart would be similar? Like, yeah, I get it. We're related. I feel it. Like, wouldn't Madam X kind of know about that? Yeah, no, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Speculations will get us nowhere. She is gone. There it is, the real-time diamond. There's a solid difference between this one and the fake one. I'm surprised you were so easily fooled. The time diamond wears away depending on how many times it is used. Similarly to a weaponry, over time it becomes dull and eventually shatters. There is no true way to tell what is real and what is fake. With this in hand, we may return to your home. When you get there... Now that's an interesting line, your home. When you get there, you will run into your past selves. Those time gear amulets you have will keep you safe, but you must overlap with yourselves to move forward. I will begin the preparation. This power, that golden light, it's what you're after as well, right? But of course, needless to say that our truce will become over once we go back. Naturally, you won't win, and I will never give you this power. I swear to it. I will fight my final breath if I have to. I await the fight to finish. Let us return. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the other save to, like, stay on the timeline that we saved everybody and not, you know, killed and doomed everybody, so I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and we are on the saved timeline, not the doomed one. But yeah, really just interesting overall what was said and done with that whole thing. And again, thank you to that viewer for reminding me about that. I kind of thought, again, it was afterwards, but I just didn't quite remember. But again, thank you for letting me know about that. It was definitely like worthwhile to like redo that to see that text. But yeah. Alright. Let's go home. What did Melanie try to do to me? I know you told me to stay out of contact, but Melanie tried to undergo a process known as overlapping. Suppose for any reason there were two of you, one from the present and one from a different time. The laws of this world demand that only one instance of a person can exist at any given time. After a certain amount of time, if the issue is not resolved, the laws will take matters into its own hands and remove one at random. However, this can be circumvented by either party. If the two instances were to make contact with each other, if this were to occur, the two would enter a mental struggle over dominance. The victor of this battle would remain, and the victor, I cannot read today, and the other would be lost to its existence. So, two of the same person cannot exist in one time. If Melanie was trying to do that to me, then that would mean she is your counterpart of this realm, but she did not try to overlap to save her existence. So that's kind of like an interesting thing. So, yeah, no, I get it, because like she's like what she said like earlier, like she just only cared about the like light, because like again, like there is like a little like grace period, like okay, you two can stay, but after a little while, one of you's gonna go at random. You two figure it out. If not, I'm just going to delete one of you, you know? So, yeah. But she did not try to overlap to save her existence. There are other ways to keep safe from this. So that's the interesting thing, because like there are ideas and theories with it's not really like spoilers, I guess, but just theories more than anything. About like the suit that Madam X wears is another reason that prevents her from getting deleted, because like there's like a whole theory. Many probably know that she's like related to Malia and whatnot, or one of the Theolias, so yeah. Whether that is or is not true, I cannot confirm nor deny it, but it is possible. There are other ways to keep safe from this. She wanted that golden light, that power that awakened within you earlier. Oh, what she would have done with that power, who can say? How does she know I had that power to begin with? Not even I knew, at least to this extent. I always knew there was something weird with me. It would seem that would remain a mystery to everyone, including myself. Speculation will get us nowhere. She is gone. There it is, the real time diamond. There's a solid difference between this one and the fake one. I'm surprised you were so easily fooled. The time diamond wears away depending on how many times it is used. Similarly to weaponry, over time it becomes dull and eventually shatters. There is no true way to tell what is real and what is fake. With this in hand, we may return to your home. When you get there, you will run into your past selves. Those time gear amulets you have will keep you safe, but you must overlap with yourselves to move forward. I will begin preparations. This power, that golden light, it's what you're after as well, right? But of course, needless to say that our truce will become over once we go back. Naturally, you won't win, and I will never give this power to you. I swear to it. I will fight to my final breath if I have to. I await the fight to the finish. Let us return. Such an interesting arc, man. I don't know, like there's so I almost like compare it to like chapter 3 and like the prologue, because like not a ton happens compared to other chapters, but it is very lore heavy, and it really can give you some like info if you really like look and actually listen and read it, you know? Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. Looks like the Pyras want to work with us now. Now that Melanie's gone, they appear to be leaderless. Not only that, but I don't think they can part with each other. Huh, big family. The bigger the family, the better. I've always wanted a huge family. Oh good, because I was gonna ask for a baby brother. What? What are you talking about? Mosley, why do you want a baby brother? I just feel like 3 is a good solid number, that's all. You already have a big sister out there that we have to find. Amber, do you mean... Yeah, I asked around and it turns out that she's still out there. They all have a debt to pay me and Tesla for what they've done, and I'll make sure they pay in full. Can I have some payment? No. Can I come too? It never ends. Don't worry, I'll take care of this. Sure, you can come with. Amber? Really? Sure. You're just like the rest of the people here. Technically, you're not really our enemy anymore, so there's someone I want you to help me find. Do that, and I think everything's gonna work out fine. I can do that. Good. Then tell me. Ever heard of the name Veronica Vazel? So, here's the thing that's like really interesting that I think a lot of people like overlook on that. Because like you would think, you know, like the land is splitting, it's all dying. You would think Veronica's not alive. But she is. And they're gonna go look for her. And then it's never really touched on again. I just don't... Maybe I'm just overlooking that scene, maybe? But like... There's gotta be more to that, but I don't know what else to really say. Since, again, it doesn't really give you a lot, but... I don't know, it's interesting. Anyways, it worked. Well... I think it's goofy, because, like, you would never see, you know, Malia speak in such a language like that. I certainly will not be saying that, because I think I said it before. I don't cuss, I don't curse, I don't really like to say words like that, so... yeah. But you have fun. Alan. Alan, we did it. We really did it. We're home. We're finally home. Sweet blue sky, sweet reprise. There's nothing like this feeling. I've never noticed how soft the grass is here, Alan. There's no time to celebrate just yet. We can still fail this. We have to do everything we can to prevent that future. We have to hurry. Sounds like a plan. The passageway is already open. That means we've already passed here. Wait, take a look at that, Alan. The door to the spring is open, which means we've reached that point, which means Anju's underground battling Reggie Rock. I hope we're not too late. I'm pretty sure you can't... You know what, I'm gonna have some fun. You know what would be interesting? If I find something. What's interesting is Erin's not there though. Because originally she was sleeping. Because of, getting sick, I believe. But you know what? What if I... Let me do this. Hello? Ah, okay. Worth a try. I just wanted to look and see if maybe something different would have happened there. I guess not. I didn't really think anything was going to be different there, but... I was just curious is all. Okay. Let's go back here. Whoops. What? Alan, you too? How did you and Malia get behind me like that? I don't know if it's just the shock of that, but I feel so much better already. Still can't move much though. Please go save Vivian. Let's go ahead and do that. Stop. Huh? This might be confusing for you, but this will only take a second. Let's do this, Alan. Alan, Malia. I'm okay. I'm still me. It must have been successful. Alan, how are you feeling? Do you remember? I remember. What are we talking about? We have to save Vivian. Real quick, let me check the points. Now, what's interesting, if anyone's curious, on the older version, you actually met with your counterparts outside of the home before, like, walking in. And Malia was like, hey, for me being stupid and letting her sacrifice herself, do you think it's okay if I throw a rock at my counterpart? So, they got rid of that whole thing, which I think is a good thing, because when I first, like, saw that, I was like, that's a little extreme to throw a rock at your counterpart to get back at them, you know? and then do the whole overlapping thing, so I do think it was wise to like kind of like take that out. I remember is +2. What are we talking about is +1. We have to say Vivian is -1. So we'll go with the first one. I remember. Thank goodness you won the mental battle. Good, that's good. We could still do this. What are you two talking about? What just happened? There were other people in here. They just look like you too. And now they're gone. I need some type of explanation. Well, you see... Regirock. Was Andrew not able to defeat it? I forgot about this. I beat this thing once, and now we're both on this side of history. Let's take Regirock down. I like how it's let's do it, and it's more like, you got this, Alon. I ain't joining. We'll take care of it. The Regirock for some players can get a little bit tricky, but it's not really too bad. Alright, I got this team. I forgot I didn't switch the team for this. Actually, I might lose because I don't have Swampert or Blaziken. Whoops. We shall see. I'm stupid. Why did I forget about Clear Body? Honestly, I think that paralysis might have saved me. Yes, it did. Pretty much, I mean, I guess technically it is a boss battle. I didn't really show, like, the, like, EVs and whatnot. I mean, like, as long as you have, like, water types, ground types, stuff that are, like, super effective against Regirock, it's just one Regirock with one shield. You should be okay. Okay, Regirock is down. It won't bother us anymore. You two still haven't answered me from before. I can't just ignore something like that. Well, we'll tell you, but you won't like what we have to say. Follow us for now. Vivian. I see, so Regirock wasn't enough to slow you two down. I am determined and I won't back down. You are welcome guest, but I won't hesitate to knock you all down. Vivian, we're not here to stop you. We're here to assist you in any way that we can. Pardon me? Assist Vivian? What has gotten into you two? You want Vivian to die. I thought you were here to help me stop her. Of course we don't want Vivian to die, but we have no choice. We've been to the future she's seen, the tragedy that's going to come our way. It's unprecedented, horrifying, and it must be prevented at any cost. The one or the millions, this is the right thing to do. Malia, your hair is longer and your clothes are tattered and beaten. You and Alon have been through much. I can sense that. Are you three insane? Vivian is going to end her life. You saw proof of this yourself. Alon and I have come from hell and back. We came from a dark future and overtook ourselves so that we could prevent that from happening. None of us want Vivian to die, but no other choice, as I have predicted. Canon and I have been conspiring this in secret for a very long time. Nimra's cherished servant has given me her blessing. This is the right thing to do, Sela. Nimra, she has given you your blessing. She has. There has to be another way. There just has to be. I just cannot accept that your death is the only solution to this. There's just... Oh, Vivian. If this is what must be done, then it must be done. Nimra herself has agreed with this plan. It's regrettable, but I I love and cherish my friends and family very much, and please let me stress that I do not wish to leave you all. Vivian, but it's because of that love that I am prepared to do this. Thank you everyone. I hope you all live in a future that is bright. Not a chance. Vivian, what just happened? You. You're the one that I sensed. Correct. I've kept my eye on you for quite some time, Vivian. To think you'd go ahead with such a disgusting spell. Now, what's interesting is, like, think about that for a second. When Vivian's like, you're the one that I sensed. But I think in reality, like, she did sense a fifth person. But I think it's more likely to be Madame X, not necessarily, Gardevoir here. Maybe not, because, like, she didn't really travel time like Madame X can. Unless I'm forgetting something, I don't know. Anyways, I won't have you interfering with my master. Your master? Vivian tried to stop the end result of my master's plan. That future you saw was no fleeting dream, it was premonition. So it's true then, the world Alana, Malia, and Vivian saw. I don't answer to you. I've completed what I sought out to do, and that is all. Farewell. We'll look after Vivian. Please go after that Pokemon. Right, Alan, let's go. What you've done is unforgivable. You won't get away with this. I'm afraid I've already gotten away with it. Do your part and wait for the end to come to fruition. Be a part of my master's new world. Alan, let's take her down. Alan, your friends are just as troublesome as you are. I had wished our next meeting and battle would be more personal, but... die. Sorry, but psychic moves don't affect Dark-type Pokemon. You should know that. Aaron, I've been feeling a bit better, decided to take a walk. Oh, right. That's why she wasn't in the home. I've been feeling better too, but something about this Pokemon is making me feel a tad bit upset. Looks like Alon has a whole entourage. Very well then. Using the power Master gave seems to be necessary. This wretched town has nothing left for it anyways. We're ready. That's right. What's that on the ground? It can't be. Everyone turn around immediately. Don't ask questions, just do it. Curse you. Me curse you. Oh no. I've been cursed? I'll retreat for now, but mark my words, our next meeting won't go so... fortuitously, however you say that word, for you. Hey Mimikyu. I can't believe Mimikyu followed us back to this world. Back to this world? What are you talking about? Well, it's sort of a long story. That Gardevoir fled, we didn't need Mimikyu's help. We were gonna beat her up and scare her away. And you scared her away, sorry. Me curse you. I'm already cursed you, rat. Glad to see you're back to normal now too, Alita. Someone help. Oh no. Please, Anju, you have to help her. I'm doing everything I can, but maybe if I use the last bit of my crystal, there's no need. Vivian! The spell was interrupted, but it still went through. There will be consequences for this, but perhaps it is worth it. Consequences? What do you mean? I bet she's laughing at me, thinking I've lost. But I'm the last one laughing. Sella, can you make me a promise? Don't let me dabble with Garufin magic ever again, okay? I promise, Vivian. I promise you. Anju, Sella, thanks for being there for me. Vivian. It was wonderful to know you, Vivian. May your trip to the afterlife be pleasant. I'm sorry it had to end this way. She sacrificed everything so that we would be okay. That's something I will always admire. Thank you for your kind words. I don't know what I'll do without her now. She was all I had left. Well, What is this? I don't know. This light. Huh? What is... Vivian? That's not my name. Dear, what is your name then? Can you tell us that? My name is Talia. Did you just say Talia? So you're not Vivian but Talia. Yes, ma'am. I think I'm beginning to understand what's going on here. Vivian said there were going to be consequences for her spell being interrupted. It is possible that her consequences is being reincarnated. What? Its equivalent exchange. What is taken must be given back at equal value. Vivian sacrificed her life, but because of her spell was interrupted, it resulted in this. I would imagine that the spell she cast may be weaker as a result too. So does that mean that the disaster she was trying to prevent will still happen? To an extent, perhaps. What I'm going to do, I can't look after a child while going through what seems to be the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, we're living proof of that. You all. Bruh moment. I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. I don't know what happened, but I absolutely died for a moment and had to get some water. Anyways. But as further insurance, allow me to give you this. What is this? My very own preservation crystal. When this crystal is destroyed, my power will be released. Use it when you and Talia are in any grave danger and will encase you in ice for 24 hours. Andrew, thank you so much. Everyone, I'm sorry to bother you, but can we do one last thing for Vivian? The old Sheridan tradition. When they sold the parts, the bell is rang 3 times to allow its safe passage to heaven. After everything she's been through, I hope this eases her spirit. This was also for my fiance, who has also passed on recently. You've been through much hardship, Stella. I admire your strength to keep through all of this. Thank you, but this is nothing to admire. I'm just doing this for the ones I love is all. So that catastrophe, it's going to happen, huh? It will, and soon. I see. I guess I should start preparing for that. As for the rest of you, I assume you all will be heading home now. I need to inform Nimra on what's happened and what will happen, and if this catastrophe is to happen soon, then I need to make my way there immediately. I think it's time we head home too. I've learned what I need to here, so... I understand. Oh, and I wanted to apologize for getting upset with you all earlier. Emotions can run high, as you saw. Again, it's one of those things, in real life, when, stuff like this happens with some people, yeah, there are, uncalled for moments, but there are some times, you have to understand that in stressful times, people react differently. Some are just more, calm and quiet, some are just, like Sella, no, 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 and everybody takes things differently. You have to understand that. You are only trying to protect Vivian, there's no bad blood here. Thank you, and this time I will protect her. Talia will be safe with me. Farewell, everyone. Please don't forget about us. For a moment. Alrighty. Hey Alon, got everything you need? I was just thinking about our journey here and what it all meant. I can't believe we were able to pull through in the end. I won't forget the friends we made there as well. We did it together, and I think we grew closer as a result. We make a good team. I did all the work. We're not gonna say that. We make a good team. I'm pretty sure that's the only choice that'll get you points. Yeah, I did all the work is -2, +2 is we make a good team. Yeah, I agree. We do make a pretty good team. I guess we always have in a way. Oh right, Mimikyu. I don't know how you snuck into this world, little guy, but, well, you're kinda stuck here. What to do with you? You certainly can't stay here. Catch it. You really think I should? And by the way, that is the only one that'll get you points. I think the other one's neutral. Let me take a look. Yeah, it's neutral if you don't. I think she still captures it regardless, but I don't know, honestly. You really think I should? It has been really helpful. How do you feel about that Mimikyu? Alrighty then, I guess it's decided then. Pokeball go. And that settles that. We're on our way... Alon, sorry. Let's go home. Indeed. Let's go home. Real quick, I don't think... Okay. Oh, what? It's a cherry blossom sapling. I remember back then there was like a tree thing. If you chop it down, you're able to get into the area where you get a, not Florges, but like the pre-evolution. But I thought they took that out. Did they add it back in? Oh. Can someone let me know if that's a good thing or a bad thing? Hold up, what does that even do? Cutting the... Yeah, it was like the cherry tree, but like that was a long time ago. I don't know. Um... I guess somebody can let me know. I guess we'll keep going. Oh, I also forgot, um, the commenter on the past thing, when Malia, like, died, I totally forgot to, like, check it, but he did say, like, the one area was called Zeit, which is also a really interesting thing. I just remember that now. I forgot to look at that. That's okay, that's okay. I'm sure he's right about that. Anyways, yeah, if somebody could, like, let me know about, like, the tree, that would be appreciated. Guess you're leaving then. I'm on my way to Hiyoshi City to meet with Nimra. I wish I could go home to my son, but this seems to be urgent. Until we meet again, everyone, this is farewell. There she goes. We should start heading back now as well. You guys go on ahead. There's some place I'd like to visit before then. Alon, do you mind coming with me? Alright, well, head back. Come on, Malia. Or Alita, sorry. Sorry, this will only take 1 second. Well, a second, sorry. The eclipse has come and gone, but I'd still like to talk to the both of you right now. Well, to ye who have called us, allow us your time. You actually appeared. We figured you may have wanted to speak to us, so we have stored power to appear once more. How prudent of you. You both knew exactly what you were throwing Alon and I into, right? That was the point in giving us the time gear amulets, yes? Precisely. Understood. So you understand the hell we had to endure and you did it anyways? Well, a move not justifiable by humanity's standards. We did what had to be done. We had to prepare you to make decisions that involved sacrifice. This was the will of our Majesty. All to provide for the greater good. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. See, but like, that's the thing though. It makes me contemplate, you know, Her Majesty. Like, I'm not gonna say like the actual name, but like, I've said it so many times. I'm not gonna get into like a spoiler thing, but like, Her Majesty, she confuses me. She very much confuses me. I don't care what higher power made you do this. If you decide to put Alon and I through something like that again, I will make sure to make sacrifices. 2 of them, to be exact, for the greater good, right? I'm grateful for your help that day in Amos Cave, but this is where I break ties. Understand? If that is what you wish, let's make it a demand. Alon, let's get on out of here. Things got pretty heated back there. I talked so much that I didn't even give you a chance to get a word in. Not that I assume you wanted to, but yeah, I wanted to apologize. Putting me through torture is something, but putting you through it too? Something deep inside of me was angered. Alon, you're my best friend, and I'm glad I met you. I hope you can rely on me just as much as I rely on you. I cannot read today. If the going gets tough, I'll be by your side. Got that? I just wanted to say that. Thank you for that. And I guess we'll go home. Yeah, we'll still go through this real quick. We're home. Do you have to shout so loud? You'll wake up the demons under the house. Demons? Yeah, they eat pink-haired girls when they're too loud. In fact, I was one. Soda healed my spirit and I became a normal girl. You're just making this up. Yes, I am. Ah, you all have returned. Good, that's good. Eldest, I learned what you wanted me to. The origin of my mother. Your mother? Wait, you don't mean... Yes, Talia is my mother. That's the name my dad used to refer her by. We were sent all that way just to learn about Alita's mother. A text would have done just as fine, seriously. But that's not all. I learned something else too. Hi, Sella. Sella? So I guess the meow's out of the bag, finally. It's good to see you again, my friends. That's actually wild. Guess it makes sense. What's also cool is, it's something that has always confused me with like how time works within this game, and I guess in general. Like again, like technically back then we went through time, but also lived within the present, and it's almost like it's like looped, like forever and ever in a sense. Like it's hard to word. Like I don't know if I'm wording it right, but I hope people understand what I'm trying to say. It's just it's interesting. I'll leave it at that. Not gonna get into like spoilers, but time in this game can get really confusing to me. I knew at the moment you said you and Vivian were best friends, and it was confirmed even further when my mother showed up. Alita, You've returned. This is good timing. I am running out of time. Alon, there's another room connected to mine. Go there, and you will understand. I will be waiting for you at the cliff side. Soda. Yes, I know. What's going on here? Is there something wrong with Soda? Alon, please do as Soda asks. Everything will be clear in time. As for the others, just sit tight for a while. Understood. Something is up, and I'm not going to sit tight and wait around. Alon? Good luck with whatever is going on. Alita, would you like to take a dip in the springs? I've been feeling stressed out. Sure. They're pretty nice. If there's still time afterwards, you should come join us, Alon. Yeah, totally. No thanks. I don't know. I don't like getting into like pools and hot tubs and swimming pools and whatnot. You two have fun. Let's see here. Should be... Here we go. Get that going there. I'm not gonna do the one thing this episode. We'll do it at the beginning of the next episode, but I kind of want to get a team prepped up for it. Honestly, the soda battle can easily be one of the more tricky battles, so... Let's have a little fun. I feel like you're not a bad idea. Scolopy just doesn't make sense at all. I could be that guy. I just don't really want... I don't want to be that guy, though, and use a Wobbuffet. I know I did during Intense, but no items. Avro seems good. I kind of like Noivern, because I think... Pretty sure he has a Hawlucha. Claire's not terrible. Zeke's not terrible, but I think there's just better Pokemon. Swampert's not bad, but it just doesn't do enough damage. There's just better Pokemon, in my opinion. I guess Volkner's not a bad idea. Could have fun with screens. Yeah, let's do that. I think I said it earlier. If I didn't, I don't really remember, but... At least I think I did. I don't remember. Anyways, the soda battle can easily be one of the more difficult battles, and I guess some might... no, I don't think people would consider it the hardest battle within the game, but I would say it's definitely up there with one of the more tricky battles, honestly. So, yeah. To be fair with how... I don't want to call it, like, easy, but it's just not as, like, difficult as it once was on, like, the older versions. But I do think Soda is still probably going to put up a fight. And I think I accidentally got rid of my... one thing. There we go. Okay. And then... Aaron should be out here, right? Right. Soda's waiting for you over on the cliff there, but for what? That old man loves keeping me in the dark with some things. Alright, I will save right here. And that'll be it for today's episode. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, right. I guess with like the tree cutting thing, if somebody could let me know about that, that would be appreciated. I don't know what that really does, honestly. And then... I guess with like the avian like form challenge thing, like I brought up at the beginning, if somebody could like give an explanation on that, I'd appreciate that as well. So